Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. If you're trying to figure out, man, how can I take advantage of the stock market like people did take advantage of Nvidia? And so what happened with Nvidia, for most people that may not know, they did a 10-1 stock split, okay? And so the stock split, it was hovering around maybe $1,200 to $1,400, right? But when it split, it did a 10-1. So the current price went all the way back down to $120 per share. All right, and as you can see here, just over the past week, how it started climbing back up. Now, for those of you that want to get into buying stocks and things of that nature, and you trying to figure out which banks will give me the most money, I'm gonna show you the easiest banks. Now, first one, looking at Wells Fargo. Now, here's the thing about Wells Fargo. Some people are just not fans of Wells Fargo for whatever the reason, but I'm gonna tell you, Wells Fargo has some of the best credit cards. And the reason they have some of the best credit cards is because when you get an approval with Wells Fargo for a credit card, you can also do a soft pull for a credit limit increase, okay? Now, here's that thing. If you get approval for a credit card, they usually want you to wait about 6 months to apply for another credit card. But I'm going to tell you the best credit cards that I would go for so that you can benefit from. So you have the Wells Fargo Active Cash, and as you can see here, 0% on APR for 15 months on purchases and balance transfer. That's what I mean. They would actually let you liquidate this into your regular checking account. All right, now that's the first one. Then the second one that I would definitely have is this autograph card. Now this autograph card, please understand, it only is giving you maybe 0% on purchases, but again, usually they will allow you to liquidate. Now my favorite card that I love from Wells Fargo is the 0% for 21 months on purchases and balance transfer for the Wells Fargo Reflect. Okay, that's the top credit card. I don't care what industry. This credit card is beating out all the other credit cards, and I'm gonna tell you why. Wells Fargo uses a FICO 9 scoring system. All right, this is why they beat out any credit card. All right, is because they're on a FICO 9 scoring system. And so with FICO 9, that's where you can add the rent payments, the authorized user subscriptions, and monthly utilities and still be approved. Now, please understand, although Wells Fargo is a tier 1 bank, because they are a FICO 9, it definitely has much more flexibility. So those are the personal credit cards that I would consider. By the way, for those of you that may not know, this built credit card, Wells Fargo is losing a lot of money on this card, so they may be getting rid of this card. So just keep that as a heads up, all right? Now, their business credit card, the business credit card is this here new Signify business credit card that they just came out with, because they got rid of all their other credit cards, so they moved over to MasterCard, and it's this Signify card. And the reason this is, again, because it's 12 months on purchases and balance transfer. So this is a very good card to have, and it's Experian FICO 9. Okay, so that's the reason that I would consider starting out with Wells Fargo. Now, the next institution that I would consider is looking at a credit union like Connectus. The reason why Connectus uses Elan Financial for their credit card. Now, Connectus Credit Union uses FICO 9 TransUnion. That's right, FICO 9 TransUnion. So again, you have another low-hanging fruit that you can go to. And then the card that I would go for is their business credit card for 18 months, all right? They have the business credit card on Elan Financial for 18 months. And again, they will give you convenience checks. Now, they do also offer, for those of you just so you can be aware, they do also offer a personal credit card. As I was saying, just so you know, what I was saying, it is serviced by Elan Financial. They're the ones that distribute their cards, okay? so that way you're not caught off guard or anything. It is through Elon Financial, but it's going to be pulled from TransUnion. Now, the reason that I'm bringing this up is because with Elon Financial, they are the sister company of US Bank. And so for those of you that may not be able to get into US Bank, then this is definitely one of the cards, one of the credit unions you can get into very easily without jumping through hoops like Navy Federal to be able to get access to other business credit cards. So this platinum card, this platinum card is what you're actually looking at on Elon Financial, and again it's TransUnion. All right, so that would be 2 cards from there. Then you have PNC. Now here's the thing about it with PNC, their business credit card. Again, you can ask for convenience check, but the business credit card is 13 months of billing. All right, so this is a very good card. Some people may not want to do liquidation on the personal side, so that's the reason I'm telling you about the business side. But the reason I'm going back to these here is because, again, PNC is a Experian FICO 9. It's an Experian FICO 9, not a FICO 8. So that gives you more leverage, again, in terms of when you're applying for credit cards and stuff. So like with the PNC credit cards, in terms of which would be the best credit card that you would probably want to go after, it usually is like some type of platinum card. But as you can see here, this PNC Core card, 15 months. Okay, 15 months on purchases and 15 months on balance transfers. All right, so that way you have multiple options. Like I said, you're trying to get into the stock market or take advantage of buying some stock and you don't have the cash right up front, then this is definitely a way to do it. Now you have another institution, and this is Connecta. Now here's the thing about it with Connecta, they also are experiencing FICO 9 as well. They're very flexible also. One of the things that I do like about Connecta, I'm going to show you guys, is that they offer a personal line of credit. And as you can see here, that personal line of credit goes up to 100, and it's not geo restricted. So anybody can join them, all right? Now, with these here credit unions, I would tell you that I would probably guard the relationship anywhere from 60 to 90 days before I start applying. But Connecta is very good with their lines of credit as well. For those of you, because they may ask for paperwork. A lot of times they will ask for paperwork, pay stubs. They may ask for not only W-2s, but they may ask for tax paperwork as well. So if you are an independent contractor or you're doing side hustles and you don't have pay stubs and stuff, click the link in the description, schedule one-on-one. We can actually set up payroll for you so that you can start getting access to funding. Now, here's one thing that I would definitely tell you. Well, let me finish this up so you know. Connecta does offer a business credit card as well, okay? So that would be an Experian FICO 9 also. Now, here's something. If you are working a job and you are needing extra cash, if you're working a W-2 job, don't forget, you can go to your HR department and request to file exempt for 3 to 4 months, and so that way you're not paying any taxes for the next 3 to 4 months, and you're bringing home your whole paycheck, and that way you can get caught up on bills, or if you just trying to get some money to buy a few stocks like Nvidia or something like that, this is definitely a strategy you should consider. Now, another easy low-hanging fruit is BCU, Baxter Credit Union, okay? Now, here's the thing about it with Baxter Credit Union. The way that you join them is through the Life Money U. It's $5 to join them, okay? Sometimes they may do a phone consultation asking you, why do you want to be a member and things of that nature or whatever. But once you join, they're very flexible. As a matter of fact, with their credit card, you can see here 0% interest on purchase and balance transfers for 12 months. So that's the card that you want to actually go for with them. And then they also have a business credit card. Now this is TransUnion. Okay, this is Vantage 3 TransUnion. So for you guys that may be looking at going over to Credit Karma to pull your credit and stuff like that, then that TransUnion Vantage score, that score is what you would use here. And I would tell you that Vantage score, if you're going to be applying here, make sure your Vantage score is at least a 660 or higher, okay? So they are very flexible because it's a Vantage score, but make sure that Vantage score is a 660 or higher, all right? Now, another institution we're talking about is US Bank. Now, the best credit cards that US Bank have is this Platinum and this here Triple Cash. And I'll talk about this altitude in a minute. But the thing about it, with this Platinum is 18 months, on purchases and balance transfers. With this Triple Cash, it's 15 months on balances and transfer. Now, in reference to this Business Altitude World Elite card here, the reason that I brought this one up is because with World MasterCard Elite cards, they usually would start you out at 5,000 or higher anyway. All right. Usually US Bank is very good for giving you good high limits. Now it's TransUnion FICO 9 for most regions. Sometimes they may pull your Experian, but most of the time it's TransUnion FICO 9. All right. And again, like I said, they are the parent company of Elon Financial. So yes, if you have US Bank credit cards, you still can go over to US Bank, Elon Financial, and pull from them as well. Okay, so if you're trying to get into the stock market and you're trying to figure out which credit cards is the easiest ones, these are the easiest credit cards I think that you should be applying for, because again, they're either a Vantage score or they are FICO 9 score. So if you have any other question about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off of the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.